Hey guys, it's Kay and welcome back to another video. So for today's video, I'm going to do a pet peeves part 2. Let's get into it. Give her the old squeegee.
What are you gonna do, extort you for money?
So around this time last year, I made a pet peeves video and it seemed to do very well and that you guys liked seeing a girl complain about things that annoy her. So I figured why not do a part 2. The first one I will link up here so you can watch that if you would like, and let's get into them. So the first pet peeve I have is when people move things on you. And what I mean by this is, say you go to a friend's house or a family member's house and you have a coat or a purse or your phone or keys or literally anything you brought with you, and say you put it on their couch and then you go back 10 minutes later and it's gone. And you remember exactly where you put it and it's nowhere to be found at all. And I hate when people do this because it's like, then you have no idea where your stuff went, and when you remember where it was and go there, it's really disappointing to find that it's not there. So that's definitely my first pet peeve. And my second pet peeve. So my second pet peeve is people in the elevator. So let me specify this. So when you go in an elevator, you can be completely silent and it not be awkward. And then other times you have people that go in there and make it super awkward. Like, really awkward unnecessarily. For example, they'll either stare at you and not say a word, or hide in the corner and talk to themselves. I've seen people literally face the opposite direction and get really close to me, or just making it super awkward, and it drives me absolutely crazy. I cannot deal with it. I just understand why people can't be normal and have to make everything super awkward. So the next pet peeve is when people don't turn off their blinkers. And what I mean by this is, say you turn, you put on your blinker, you go, and then the blinker will turn off for you. And sometimes if you go on a ramp, it's not a complete turn and people leave their blinker on. This drives me crazy because it's just sitting there, blink, 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 and nothing, you're not turning anymore, so it's just sitting there. You can't turn any more than you're already turning on a ramp, and it is a huge pet peeve to me. I can't explain how angry it makes me. I don't know if you can relate at all, but it drives me absolutely mental. And that one kind of leads into the next pet peeve, is when people don't use them at all. So a lot of times people will merge and not use them, or actually turning and you think they're going straight and then you have to stop on your brakes, and it's just super awful and it causes a lot of chaos and frustration and I hate it, especially like when people know they have to merge and they're just like, oh oops, I forgot I have to merge, and they just don't put on their blinker and they just merge in front of you, and it's super irritating. So my next pet peeve also goes into those last two, which is when I'm driving, I like to jam out. I like to listen to music and have something to listen to and kind of like have a good drive and just, you know, sing along awfully and just having a relaxed ride. And I hate when I'm listening to music, I'll have my phone plugged in and someone calls me. Music stops, the whole vibe is ruined, and it drives me absolutely insane. So then you have to wait for the entire call to finish before you can even listen to music again. And you just drive in silence and wait until it's either over or you answer it and they talk to you for the rest of your ride, and it just kills the whole vibe. Okay, so these next couple of pet peeves are a little bit gross. So I really hate, especially like nowadays where there's like a lot of colds and things going on, I really hate when people will cough and not cover their mouth. It's super gross for one, and it's super annoying for two, because not only are you spreading your germs, but you're just coughing like in my face, and it's super gross, and it's just a huge pet peeve I have. It's super simple. I mean, I use my elbow, I guess I just go like this and like cough so it's not in my hands and like all gross. but it's super, super gross, and it's just like all their germs are like going out into the world, and it's super gross. And this next one is also hand in hand with that one, being sneezing into your hands. Man, this drives me absolutely crazy. So what I mean by that is not like, oh, achoo. No, it's like achoo, and then you get all your like snot and whatever else on your hands, and then you go, hi, how's it going? And you're like, ew, like that's super gross. And it's like, oh, it's so gross. I don't know if that's just me, but I just think it's gross and it's a pet peeve. And my next pet peeve is when people nitpick things. So what I mean by this is, say you are working on an art project, or say you've been working on something that you've really been into for a while, and then you finally show someone, you're like, oh my god, this is what I did, and they're like, oh, well, this is kind of messed up, and like, this doesn't look that good, and it's just super discouraging, and it drives me crazy when people do this, because not only is my self-esteem way down now, and now I think my project or whatever I was working on is also crap. So this is just a huge pet peeve of mine. I just wish like people wouldn't nitpick everything they do and what others do as well. So that was a big one for me. Okay, and my last pet peeve is the biggest one to me anyways. I'm sure if you've watched some of my other videos, you know that I'm a huge snacker. So if I go and buy a box of chocolates or chips or whatever snack, and someone will go and eat my snack and not replace it. So when I go to look for that specific snack at the time that I want it and it's gone, oh, it boils my blood. I don't know if you can relate at all, but I hate when people eat my snacks. Like, if you're gonna eat it and then replace it, fine, go ahead. But if you're going to eat it and then leave either the empty container in there or me to find nothing, I'm gonna be real upset. So that is like one of my biggest pet peeves, and it just, oh, it gets under my skin and boils the blood really bad. So anyways, that is all my pet peeves for today. I just wanted to do a short little pet peeves video for a part 2. I can always make more if you would like to see more, of course. And I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, give it a big thumbs up. And also, why not watch more of my videos, as it really does help my channel, and I'll see you next Saturday. Bye!